Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Adeleke, and on today's episode of Expounding God's Word, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to talk, first of all, Happy International Women's Day. It's on Monday, March the 8th, and I wanted to say something. We challenge this year's theme is choose to challenge, and I wanted to challenge us as ladies that in order for you to choose to challenge inequality, bias, inclusion, and all that, it's important for us to start from a position of introspection. And start to challenge our own biases against each other as women. So as women, we do have biases against each other. Whites against blacks, blacks against whites, thin, fat, tall. We have all these biases. And I think it's important that we come from a position of introspection. That there's certain things that we need to address. There's certain things that we need to take care of as women among ourselves. Women's treatment of other women, whether it's in the workplace, women advocating for other women, whether it's in the place of promotion, whether it's in the place of even giving you a seat at a table, whether it's a place of even allowing you to come into the inner circle, the inclusion circle. I think those are things that we need to step back and we need to address as women. And once we can address those as women and we have a diversity of thoughts that's acceptable among us as women, then we can now say, okay, we're as a women, we're of one voice. And now we can now say, okay, male allies, and I don't see it as us versus them. I see it as the men being our allies in the workplace, the men being our allies in the marketplace, the men being our allies in the home front, the men being our allies in business relationships. So that there's a synergy that occurs between the men and the women. But I think before all that can happen, we need to, as women, begin to look inwards and see what are some of my unconscious biases against other women that don't look like me. What are some of those unconscious biases against people who have straight hair, against people who have curly hair, just little bitty things that oftentimes, or you see somebody standing and you look at them from head to toe and you have an opinion about them, you criticize other women. I think it's important that as women we're kind to one another. When we're kind to one another, then we can now say, as a united front, we can now begin to say, let's challenge sometimes the status quo. Let's challenge the inequality. Let's challenge the biases. Let's challenge all those other things that women face in the marketplace, in the world, in society, the labels and things like that. So I think, first of all, it starts with you. It starts with me. It starts with us taking a position of introspection and saying, what am I doing to perpetuate inequality among women? And once I can address that, then I can now say, you, my sister, you may not necessarily look like me, but you're my sister. Now let's join forces together and let's say, how do we make the world a better place for women? So I hope this short video is thought-provoking to you. It's Happy International Women's Day. Choose to challenge. And as you choose to challenge, as you start from a position of introspection, choose to challenge. And as we get to that point, we can all rise together. Together we can rise. Together women can support other women. Together women can empower other women. It's important that we empower each other. It's important that we empower our young ladies. It's important that we empower the girl child, because the girl child becomes the young woman becomes the woman. So happy International Women's Day to every woman and to our male allies. And this is Dr. Adeleke signing off on this day of this episode of Expounding God's Word with a Twist. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. And as you can see in my background, it's a beautiful day in Bentonville, Arkansas, where I currently live. And I just thought I would represent my culture, represent Nigeria. And so it's good to see you. And in everything that is happening, be at peace, hang in there, shalom, and God bless you. Talk to you soon.